Welcome back to the weekly Blizz. After quite a long hiatus, the weekly Blizz is proud to be back on the air with quite a bit to catch up on in the Blizzardverse.
The blizzardverse.
Yeah, the Blizzardverse. So hopefully we got a pretty awesome show today. Lots of heroes, lots of fun. We're sorry about the break in the action over the last couple weeks. We've all been like traveling,
Yep.
corrections officering, and schooling and stuff pretty intensely. So I'm your host, Stefan Von Dossel, known to the E-world as Protein. And joining me, as always, is my main man, Sean Guaz Messenger.
That's
Over here.
me.
Yeah. And this week on the Weekly Blizz, we're going to catch up with the Heroes esports scene and the newest hero to join the Nexus, Dahaka. The action also continues this weekend with Heroes of the Dorm and more qualifiers. At least I think they're this weekend. I got to double check that.
Here's the dorm. Yeah.
Yeah. The competition heats up and Tracer is announced. So plenty of stuff to talk about in the Nexus. So we'll start it off. Sean, how was your weekend gaming, man?
A little shorter because Steph mentioned traveling. I was in Florida for a week. uh, Partial work, partial vacation. Didn't have internet until the Monday before I came back. So I couldn't really do anything. Flew back Tuesday. Stayed in Jersey. Then came home Wednesday. So like
Oh
Wednesday.
man,
Yeah.
you
So
stayed in New
Wednesday.
Jersey? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. My grandparents have a house down there, so I
Oh,
just stayed. It was easier for me to go from LaGuardia to their house and just stay there
yeah,
overnight than go from LaGuardia all the way up here.
I got you, man.
Um, so came home Wednesday, and as soon as I got home, I just like went hard into hero. A lot of heroes, a little bit of Hearthstone, mostly heroes though, because I missed it. I felt like a little part of me was gone for a little over a week.
It's
Um,
crazy.
yeah. And then some exciting stuff happened today where Senny is like, "Yo, I got into Overwatch," and I was like, "I hate you."
The jealousy is so
Yeah,
real.
like this is how the conversation went. He's like, got into Overwatch." I was like, "I hate you." He was like, "Oh, well, I was gonna see if you wanted to use my account and play for a bit." I was like, "I love you." so
Okay,
so
never mind. I don't hate you.
yeah,
Like, not
so
even a little bit.
I was finally playing Overwatch today. I love
All
it.
right, good
Yeah,
stuff.
played. I only got to play about 6 games, like just in between other stuff that I had to do today, like
Yep,
work, being an adult. Um,
crazy dude.
but it was fun. I love it. I can't wait. I'll play a little bit more until he said he's not gonna need it till tonight. So I'll probably play a bit more and then see from there. But yeah, I'm excited for
Forfeit
it.
up to him.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'll just hold it hostage. Who knows? Who knows?
hold his
But
account hostage so he
yeah,
gets real mad and changes his PO, all that good stuff.
yeah. I'm gonna change everything.
Pretty
But
awesome.
how about you?
Let's see. So I've been like just super busy in real life, like
All
with
right.
friends and all that stuff, finishing up school, all that jazz. So that's been quite a bit on me. So I haven't had as much time to play recently. So I've honestly done about, I don't know, 75 AI games just to get my dailies done every day. Really? Like
Yeah.
I'll just bust it out like real quick. And the few quick match games I've been playing tanks, which is like the most frustrating thing
Oh,
because you
absolutely.
can never get someone to follow up
Yeah.
on
In quick
anything.
match, yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, like I'll hit a four-man mosh on ETC and like yeah, like yesterday. Was it
Yeah.
yesterday? Yeah, you and I were
Yeah.
playing,
Yeah.
and or 2 days ago, but whatever. Yeah, we're playing, and I hit a four-man mosh, and no follow-up, nothing. You're
Yeah.
the only one who's following up, and you're Li Ming, so you like chunked everyone down to
Yeah.
like
But then,
nothing, but
yeah.
there was nothing. Like they're just running around chasing like the one character I didn't get in the mosh. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
It was bad.
But yeah, so that's pretty much how all my quick match games have been going. So I was really frustrated. Besides when I played Sonya that one day, and that was the most fun I've had in a while because I
Oh,
was
yeah.
just smashing
Yeah. I
face.
think you were on Sonya and I was on Li Ming, and we were just tearing it up.
Yep. So that was a lot of fun. Aside from that, last week I took a break from raiding for the next couple months until I'm, done with school. I'm actually going
Yeah.
to Europe after I graduate school. So that'll be pretty awesome for a couple weeks.
Must be
And
nice.
yeah, I know. It's my graduation present from my parents
Oh my
and my
God.
family and stuff. Yeah, so,
Wow.
well, at least some of it. I mean, I'm paying for quite a bit, but still,
Still.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not going to really have that much time to raid, and I really don't want to, like, have people counting on me and just not show up
Yeah,
because that's not fair to everyone else, especially when you're working so hard at something.
yeah,
So I, bowed out, had my last raid last week. I actually only was in for one boss, but I mean, I didn't really care. It's whatever. I
yeah.
don't really need too much. So that's kind of a bummer. It's a lot of fun. I still have fun raiding. I still like all the like my guild and all the people that I was playing with, but I gotta step back for a sec and get, stuff done in real
No,
life
no, yeah, I get it. I mean,
and enjoy my last couple months of school.
yeah, that's what I did last year. So with
Yeah,
rating, so I get it.
darn school, man.
I know. Are you going to Sweden by any chance?
No, I'm not actually.
Oh man,
Why?
if you were going in June, you could go to DreamHack Summer and go to the Summer World Championship.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
When in June is that?
18th through 20th.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
back on the 7th.
Oh,
I'm going like the 23rd to 24th through to the 7th is what we're booked for. So, yeah, man, that's like 16 days of including
awesomeness.
travel days. So, I'm super 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 excited. I'm going with a friend of mine. So,
That's
should be
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm Yeah, so other than that, that's been my week in gaming. It's been a really long time since we recorded a show. And again, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. I think it's been what,
It's
two
been
weeks,
crazy.
3 weeks, 2 weeks, something like
Two,
that.
two and a couple days.
Yeah.
No, this is like the third week actually
Yeah.
since we recorded. Yeah, we meant to record last weekend, but it was just like I was,
Yeah.
swarm with stuff.
Yeah.
Justin was swarm with stuff, trying
Yeah.
to just getting back and all that stuff. So,
And for those that don't remember, Justin got a new job. He's becoming a New York State correction officer. So he's off at training, which is Monday through Friday up in Albany. And then he gets to come home on weekends, but then his weekends are really spent getting ready for the following week, like getting
yeah,
his uniform and all that stuff ready. So when we were gonna also try to record yesterday, but we both had stuff going on. Justin was getting everything ready to go head back up to Albany, so
yeah, we're just like, we'll record tomorrow. We'll get
yeah,
something out.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's not because we don't like you guys. It's real life getting in the way sometimes, but we're gonna do our best to get back on track.
Real life sucks.
Yeah. So I'll start us off with the news here. In WoW news, we have a fox mount coming out in the in the new expansion. That's the big thing right now. I don't really haven't seen a ton. Like the raid videos have looked okay. Nothing really stood out to me in oh god, I'm totally blanking on the name of it. Surmark Palace,
Of the new
the
raid.
Nighthold. Yeah.
Oh,
It's just nothing looked that spectacular, but I mean, I'm waiting to see more boss videos, and hopefully that. I just, the art direction didn't really do anything for me.
yeah.
It's all mystical, void people, the void walker kind of people,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
I know what you mean.
which I generally can like, but I don't know, a lot of purple, blue. The
Gets
seems
boring
pretty
really quick.
one note. Yeah, make more Old War, remake Old War. Make it second Old War. Like, same kind of thing.
Old Wart.
With, oh, God, it's so beautiful. Every little bit of it. And then, yeah, I just saw that they're removing the Legendary Ring. So get that in ASAP if you want it. I mean, it's kind of like a little token, like, hey, I did that. Kind of
What
like
it?
the cloak,
What is it?
the Legendary Ring.
Uh huh.
Just finish it out, or else you'll never have the Legendary Ring. Because they
Oh.
were taking the quest line out.
Oh. Okay.
Yep, so get that in so you can be like, hey, I have a orange item because I'm cool and stuff. Instead of, you could always farm the other ones, but things happen. If you're like me, you're pretty lazy on the farming aspect. You just like killing bosses, killing people, and you doing that all, hullabaloo.
Yeah.
That's what I do. So, also with Diablo, we have the season 5 ending April 15th. So, get everything in you need to get in before the end of that season, and for after that, you got a little 2 week break where Blizzard recommends that you reflect on your season achievements, like cool, and like get everything ready for like to roll over
Yeah.
characters to your non-season stuff. But yeah, and then season 6 will be starting April 29th, so get pumped for that. Get
Starting
everything ready to
soon.
go. Yeah, really though, it's coming up quick. So how about you, Sean? What's new with the Hearthstone and the movie and the
The
everything you
Hearthstones
got
is
there?
well, Whispers of the Old Gods, the newest expansion coming out for Hearthstone. They've been releasing more and more cards, more the artwork and the abilities of it. And if you go on their site right now, um, you can see the cards that they've already released, and they haven't released like they probably a good like 50% of them have been released. Like a good portion of common cards, and then rare and epic. They started to show the actual god cards,
The
like
God cards,
the
that's
god
so
cards. I
cool.
don't know
I
what they're
like
I
it.
don't know
I
what they're
like it.
actually
I ain't even
called,
mad. I like
but
it.
that's what I'm calling them, like Cthulhu and all them.
Yeah.
Um,
Nazoth? Is Nazoth in there?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So they started showing them and everything. So on their site right now, they have the cards, and you can vote also on Whispers of the Old Gods. You can vote to see which cards are released next. Um,
Wow. That's kind of neat.
so it looks like they're trying to actually get like they're of all their games. It seems like Hearthstone is actually the most that they're in touch with the fan base.
Yeah.
Um, so that's pretty cool. I like that they're doing that.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
see.
every
since
bit
we have
of it.
since we haven't recorded for a while, a couple weeks ago was the European championship for the European Winter Championship for Hearthstone, and Naaman, who's from Kazakhstan, won that one. And then there was the Asia Pacific. The following week, then was the Asia Pacific Winter Championship. Probably gonna butcher this guy's name. Dita Hyoni from South Korea.
You tried, man.
I
You
did. I
tried.
did
Power to
try,
you.
but from
I
South
commend you.
Korea, he won it, and all the championships were actually held in California. They just week after week it was NA, then European, then Asia
Interesting.
Pacific, and they just flew the 8 competitors in like each week so that they
Yeah.
could be there.
That's
And
pretty cool.
so the three winners from the regions, they already have their tickets booked for or punched for the World Championship, which will be at BlizzCon. Um,
Oh. Are
and
they
so
just doing one big bracket at BlizzCon instead of doing like a spring, summer, and a
there is there
fall?
there
Like
is there is still
here?
some there is still spring, summer, and then fall will be the World Championship.
Yeah.
But when you win these championships, you're automatically in the World Championship. And then
S-
so
Okay.
so
So is there a global tournament
that
for?
that is going to be the
Yeah. Okay. So there's not going to be like the spring global championship. Like what I mean, like the Heroes
oh
one that just
oh
happened.
oh I see what you're
So
saying.
it's
No, no, no.
only
Right,
regions.
right, right. Yes, it's only regions.
I like that though, because then you
Yeah,
get this pool.
yeah.
And can you compete in more than one after you qualify or no?
See, that's where I can't find. And also, this is also similar to what's gonna be going on with the summer regionals for Heroes of the Storm, where it
Yeah.
doesn't say that if you already qualify for Worlds, if you can still compete in the other ones, because
And
that's
just close
that's
out everyone else from qualifying.
yeah, because that'd be kind of crap because that's money on the table right there that they could be winning.
Yeah.
And so let's say Naaman from the European champion, let's say he wins uh, spring coming up, he
Yeah.
should still get that money, but just it goes to the next place person that qualifies, since he already qualified. I feel like it's a very tricky situation. I
Yeah.
don't see anything on it in the rules specifically what they state. I'm sure the players themselves know because I'm sure they ask the same thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But spring
That's their
season,
job.
yeah, exactly. Spring season is starting real quick. Well, not real quick, but coming up. The prelims will be in May, and then the spring championship is in June.
Spring, summer.
That's spring. Summer will be July and August,
Oh, okay.
and then October will. So also just by competing in these and every other Hearthstone tournament, you get points,
Yeah.
and obviously from this one though, you get more points. And so even if you don't win, you're gaining these points, and then in October is the last chance qualifier where I don't know how many people they invite, but it's based on your points.
Oh, cool. So it's like
So
a season leaderboard. It's kind of like Jason Day winning
yeah,
things in golf because
right.
he doesn't actually win everything. He just like almost wins things.
He basically wins everything.
Yeah, that
Um,
makes pretty good.
but yeah,
Sports ball,
sports ball. So just like in Heroes,
kind
for
of.
the regional qualifiers, if you don't win but you get like third or fourth or something like that, you're still gaining points. Then they
Yeah.
have that third qualifier or that last qualifier where if you have the amount of points, you're in.
So consistency is important, which I
It,
like. I
yeah,
mean, you
it
should be able
is.
to be consistent if you're the best in the world. So
Exactly. So that's pretty good. And then, but yeah, so May, it's probably going to be a bit of a downtime until, let's see, later this month. So the Winter Championship is done, and then later this month, Whispers of the Old Gods come out, but they still haven't said when. They just said
yep,
end of April. So it's probably going to be some downtime during that, and then prelims will start in May. But that should be enough time for these players to, uh, since they're already releasing the cards, the info on them, the players will be able to start, thinking how they're going to work them into their decks and everything.
yeah,
Um,
strategize.
yeah, so it'll be downtime, but for the pros, I'm sure it's probably good because of that reason.
Yeah, true.
For the movie, there was a couple new trailers released the last couple weeks. You finally got to see Khadgar, young
I think I saw
Khadgar.
it on TV. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty pumped.
they've
I
been
was
doing
like,
quite a,
guys, look,
yeah, they've
look,
been
look,
doing a
look,
lot
look.
of TV spots, and I mean, young Khadgar, just like he's a beast. He's like,
Yeah,
yo, what up? And
so dude,
they have recycled a lot of
footage.
a lot of footage, but there still are some new ones like Khadgar. Like there's a lot more action in it. You get to see some more of the confrontations between the orcs and humans.
Yeah,
Um, so I mean, it's shaping up to look amazing. I can't wait for it to come out.
yeah. Did you see the movie posters?
Yeah,
I'm
so
not a
good.
fan.
Really?
No, not at all. I don't like the art direction. I saw a
Wait.
video on criticizing the art direction too.
Well, there was the one where people were criticizing because it wasn't Garana. Who is it? Um,
Lothar?
no, hold up.
No.
I gotta look this up because this is. Hold on. One sec. One sec.
Should I just start naming characters?
You can, but
Ogrim,
no, no, female.
female.
Yeah, Garona. Um,
Corona. Yeah. Okay.
there's the one
Just like what
poster.
other female?
They released those two posters that are more or less the same, but then the one she's not green, and then the other one she is. Have you seen that one?
Oh,
That
yeah,
new
I
one?
did.
Yeah, like I saw that one get a lot of flack because of that.
Yeah. I just didn't like how comic booky the writing, like the text was. Like I kind of wish it was more
Warcraft? I
like
mean, they use the same typeface as the game.
it just
Uh,
doesn't do it for me, man.
it's just like
I think
all silvery.
yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about like the big bold the not just like the coloring or like anything like that, but like the way the letters are shaped and stuff. I think it would have suited this to have been more I don't know Lord of the Ringsy esque like
Well, like I,
serious note instead of like these big blocky bold things. I don't
well,
know.
start up WoW and look at the typeface of it. It's the exact same. It's just weird not seeing World of Warcraft and in the whole logo that it's usually in, just saying Warcraft. It does look
Yeah,
different, but it is the same. But yeah, I got it.
I just didn't do it for me. But
My
I
my
mean it doesn't like make me not excited for the movie. It's not going to change the content.
my favorite posters are a lot. I like how they first of all they do two posters like Alliance and Horde,
Yeah,
and the posters that first were released with the weapons, like the sword
yeah,
for the
yeah.
Alliance. Um,
That is cool. I like those ones.
yeah, those are my favorite posters still for this movie.
I'm gonna come back from Europe and be like all pumped about this movie because it's gonna be coming out like that week. So
Yeah,
go team.
we should all go see it together.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I mean, since I can't win the bracket challenge anymore,
you can't.
I can't.
It's cheating, but we will talk about that.
But
Um,
yeah, we'll get to that.
we'll get to that.
I'm kind of good at everything.
Overwatch, a bit of news. Um, so there's been some controversy over Tracer,
No way.
which is so stupid. Okay. So they released a new victory. So you can unlock different victory poses for your heroes. So if your team wins, um,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, yeah, no, I'm sure everybody does.
Sorry if I
So there's victory poses. So like if your team wins, there's like a still shot of the five members, and you can not customize. There's like four or five poses that you could choose from per hero, and you have
Yeah.
to unlock them, of course. But there's one that was recently released of Tracer, where I have it here actually. I'll switch over to this.
Oh, cool.
real quick. Just
Sweet.
so it is her
Calm
with
down.
her back facing the camera, and she's looking over her shoulder, and she wears the tightest pants in the world. Apparently, like that just doesn't seem probable for fighting. But I mean,
Girls wear leggings? I don't know.
for
They're
fighting, like
Hey,
I
it could be
feel as though that
spans,
would
dude. Who
rip.
knows?
That would rip.
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
so anyway,
Not my
so
problem.
so a lady complained about it, say
Naturally.
because her daughter idolizes and looks up to Tracer, so she obviously had a problem with it, saying that it was too sexual and it doesn't fit Tracer's character from what they've released about Tracer, which is true. Jeff Kaplan,
Fair.
Being Jeff Kaplan, said we are going to replace the pose. This is his quote. We'll replace the pose. We want everyone to feel strong and heroic in our community. The last thing we want to do is make someone feel uncomfortable, underappreciated, or misrepresented. We
Good response.
we apologize and we'll continue to try to do better. It is. Jeff Kaplan's the man.
Yeah.
But
Well done.
so once he said that though, other side of the argument came on where why do you have to censor things? So there are two sides of this argument going on right now. There's a side for, oh, this is too sexual, you should remove this. And there's a side that says, why do you have to censor your original artwork? So annoying.
Yeah.
But that's the world we live in right now.
Oh well.
I was on today, and pretty sure the pose was still in, so they haven't removed it yet.
Yeah, it
I,
probably hasn't gone live in the
yeah.
update.
The thing is though, Widowmaker has the exact same pose, but
Yeah, but this is Tracer we're talking
nobody's
about.
complaining about her.
Tracer's
The reason they're
the
complaining
chick.
about Tracer is because of her character. What they've released about her, how she's like this. She's like it just doesn't fit her character. Which yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
which is fine.
The artwork doesn't. I can't really say which side I'm on because I get where this mom is coming from, and I get the other side with like not always trying to censor the artwork or the original artwork. But at the same time, uh, you know, the art director should have seen this and been like, oh, this doesn't fit her. Maybe we shouldn't even release it to begin with or start this whole whatever.
Yeah.
Diva has a very similar pose too. So I think the biggest thing though is just because of Tracer's character.
Tight pants.
Yeah. Well, they're all wearing tight pants, like, but it's because
Practical.
yeah, I apparently. Um, so I mean, we'll see where it goes. I'm sure they will still take it out just because Jeff Kaplan is the man and he wants everybody to be happy and he's like he said, he doesn't want people to feel like uncomfortable or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if he's gonna get flack for censoring, he whatever. Blizzard will move past it anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like I said, I got to play it. It is amazing. I love it. Um, I did swap out heroes a couple times during my matches to better suit what we needed. Like we had a match where we were getting stomped and we needed we needed a healer, so I switched over to my girl Mercy.
Yep.
That was pretty fun. It took some getting used to because I haven't played a first person shooter in a while, let alone on my computer. So
Yeah, I know, I'm in the same boat. I'm gonna
yeah,
be
so
struggling at first, but I'll get there.
yeah, so it did take some time, but yeah, I got there. It was a lot of fun. If you if you pre-order the game, or which by the way, if you want to pre-order it, you have to do it before April 29th to get all the extra goodies, like the Widowmaker Noir skin, access to the open beta a couple days early, and all that other jazz. But if you do pre-order it, you get Tracer in Heroes of the Storm April 19th. The rest of the people, it comes out April 25th.
All right, all right, all right. How
So,
much is it to pre-order?
there's the $30, and then there's the $60 is the whole. You get like all the skins and everything else.
Do I get Tracer and Heroes for $30
Don't know.
when I pre-order the regular game?
I'm sure you do. There's nothing that says
Okay.
that you don't.
So like I'm gonna buy the game, but I'm kind of strapped for cash because I'm going to Europe.
Don't go to
But if
Europe.
I can get a hero for free, kind of, just by ordering earlier,
Yeah, because
I can work that out.
when she's released later, you have to buy her in game.
Well, I understand that, yeah.
Yeah, so if you're doing this, you get her for
I'll
free and
pre-buy that jazz. It's fine. Jazz.
That
I
jazz.
don't think I've ever said that before. Oh, super cool.
So,
I have friends, lots of friends.
friends.
Yeah,
But yeah, so if you wanna get all that stuff, pre-order it by April 29th. My sister is getting it for me for my birthday.
perfect.
Yeah, just because that just means I don't have to.
Yeah.
Um,
Wish
other
my
than
sister would do that. So for my birthday's in the end of July, and I don't have a sister, so
well, my
I'm
birthday.
kind of, out of
You have a
luck here.
brother.
Yeah, he doesn't give me anything. I'm trying to remember what he got. Oh, last year I asked him to get me some pans for my house, and I was like, just give me a cast iron pan because I don't have any cast iron ones that I can like put in the oven after I'm like starting to cook something kind of thing, like a
Yeah,
steak,
yeah.
And I'm like, cool, just cast iron pan would be amazing. Like that's all I want. Nothing fancy, just like a decent sized one, whatever. He goes out and gets like three non-stick pans. He's like, I thought you'd like these. I'm like, bro, I have like 20 non-stick pans. Like thanks, but I literally have no like need for this. He gets like the one from the infomercial, the green one. He's
Yeah,
like, this looks cool. I'm like, no. It's so frustrating.
that's funny.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I probably won't be getting Overwatch from him.
my sister. Well, my birthday's in May. It's actually exactly a month after that. The last day you can order it.
Oh,
My sister gets me some pretty dope stuff. She got me my dope Logitech keyboard for Christmas. So
yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, she's pretty cool. Other than that, is it for my news.
All right, perfect. So we'll you want to get into Heroes of the Storm here, or do you got anything for Starcraft?
No.
Okay, cool. Got that out of the way. So I'd say we'd start out with Dahaka. Let's talk about him. So
He's fun.
yeah, he's fun.
Yeah.
What makes him fun to play as? Because I know you're not the biggest warrior player,
Yeah. I
so
cause
I was kind of interested
whoa,
to see what your take on this
I,
is.
I don't play defense. Um,
Yeah, that's okay.
he's fun because so I mean I'm sure a lot of people do this when a new hero comes out or just a hero that I've never played. You know, I go into AI, start out easy, then I'll go up, and then I'll go into actual quick match.
Yeah, I do the
Um,
same.
so I mean, right away though, before I even played him, I bought his bundle because that mecha skin is just so dope.
Transformer,
Yeah,
robots in disguise.
it looks sick.
It is really.
Um,
I like a lot of those mecha skins, like the Tassadar one. Pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah. He's fun just because of what I was doing is I was what is his ability? Not burrow.
Cute. The swarm or the
No,
drag or the.
um
I haven't
the
played
brush
Fast Flock
stalk.
yet.
I think brush stalk or
Oh,
whatever.
oh, his what's it called? His
His
Z?
Z. Yeah,
Yeah, his trait. There you go.
yeah. Um,
His mount.
yeah. I kept going like behind them, like, and you can only go into bushes or the vents. So when our team would engage, you know, I would just go to a vent behind the other team, and then come in behind the team, and I'd grab their healer and just drag him to our team.
That's awesome.
Um, and when you use his W, you can move through things, so like you're not really getting blocked. So I would just
What's his
grab
W?
that swarm.
Oh yeah. What does that do? I honest like I played
It
against it. I've just kind of avoided anything that looks bad.
um yeah, so I'm gonna bring up his abilities and everything.
Not cool.
So it makes you're able to walk through things and you're dealing damage while you're at it.
Oh wow.
It's
Okay, yeah.
not a lot of damage, like, and also you can use it though while you're burrowing and while you're dragging your opponent.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's not a lot of damage. Like you're not gonna kill anybody unless it's maybe like I was gonna
No,
say
but it's just extra
yeah,
pressure that you're putting out the whole time. But
yeah,
being able to walk through things is really cool.
exactly.
That's so neat.
Especially if the other team has Morales,
Yeah.
who like has no self heal really. So you just grab her and then you just drag her to the team and then
And you can't be body blocked,
yeah, deleted. Um,
pretty much.
it's a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
fun doing that.
That's sweet.
And then when you're under a lot of pressure like that, like a couple
Yeah.
times, you know, like, even the video for him, the spotlight says, "Oh, you know, Burrow." So the other team thinks they have an easy kill and give your team time to get to you. I've done it. I just took
Yeah.
I did exactly that right from the spotlight video where I saw my team running down and I was like, okay, I am not gonna make it out of this. So I burrowed.
Burrowed, wait for the team,
Yeah,
pop up,
it,
start
it's a
doing your
two
thing.
second burrow, which was enough. Our healer got there, healed me up. Plus, you have your D, which you collect essence from all your minions, and you can heal yourself up.
Yep.
So, well, my healer healed me up. We were in a bit of a skirmish there, killed minions, built up my essence, used my own heal,
Yep.
re-engaged. He is a lot of fun. It is a bit of like I wouldn't say high skill uh, hero like when Lee Min came out, but
Yeah. Uh-huh.
like you do have to be able to land your Q, which is your drag. You have to land it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Stormbolt, man. You can't miss that. It's
Yeah,
gonna mess everything up for your team. It's like me
yeah,
missing my Ancient Spear. I get real frustrated,
yeah.
real mad.
Dark Swarm, that's what it's called.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
but yeah, but you've played against him, right? You haven't actually played him yet.
Yeah, I played against him quite a bit. I played against him, I want to say yesterday, past few days actually. Actually, since he came out, I
Mm,
haven't played a ton of quick match, but when I have, I've pretty much always played a Dahaka. And he's kind of annoying. I don't like his mobility necessarily. Like it's really frustrating to play with when the tank is a little bit slow.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like he's kind of awkward in that way. His playstyle is just, really, really laid back, it looks like. I don't feel like
Mm,
he's just like that kind of, oh, I don't know, like a Diablo, like rushing in bruiser. Like he plays totally different, which is kind of neat to see.
yeah.
And to play against, you got to find the nuances. You got to avoid the swarm. The burrow, I feel, is wicked annoying. But it's like ice
Playing
block.
against, yeah.
Like, yeah, because it's like you think you got to kill, and he's burrowed, and he pops up. You know,
And he can heal while he burrows. Also,
yeah,
he can use his Dark Swarm. Also,
yeah. So that's something to get used to. More heroes the better. I think it's all great for the game. So
mm.
I don't have any real big complaints about that. I did see people complaining about how you can't cancel
I was gonna say
the
that.
burrow, but
Yeah,
that's OP.
yeah.
That's OP. If you can just go into the ground, you have a 2 second burrow, and if you're just like, no, I'm
Plus,
just gonna basically avoid the skill shot and then pop back up, like
yeah.
that
Plus, you
makes it
can
a
heal.
lot harder to
Plus, you
play
can heal
against.
yourself and still put out damage while you're
Yeah.
burrow. So
So
it is
that's
pretty OP
just
right now.
it's kind of tough if you could just cancel. So I honestly don't see that as an issue.
Yeah,
Um,
they're
yes,
gonna
that's
they're
the
gonna change
Haka.
it though.
They
They're
reworked. Oh, sorry.
oh no,
Were you gonna see it?
I was just gonna
We'll
say
see what
they're gonna
happens.
yeah they're gonna have to change that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
So
All right.
they reworked a whole bunch of characters, mainly
Yeah,
Tychus, which I have played with. I haven't played him. I don't really like Tychus that much, but I mean, I'll have to give him a shot with this new rework and everything.
yeah.
They reworked what? Illidan, some
Every
Jaina talents.
Sylvanas.
Yeah, they did a lot, but I haven't seen. I mean, I haven't seen any pro play of it because they've obviously been getting ready for the new for the World Championships and stuff. So
Yeah, which was
I'm
on an
kind of interested to see how they handle it
yeah
because
it was
in
on an
quick
old
match and
patch
stuff,
too.
I don't necessarily notice a huge change always with characters. I mean, you'll always have your guy with like that just loves Tychus, so he'll play
Yeah,
Tychus every game or whatever. So you know, Tychus seems better from the ones I played with. He's doing a lot better. He's doing a lot more damage.
yeah,
He's honestly putting pressure out. I still don't know how viable he'll be competitively, but that's all right. It's still a step in the right direction.
yeah. I don't see him being used. Like I'm sure some team like Cloud9 had used them when they were just tryharding, um,
Yeah,
because they knew that they were gonna win the set anyway. But I don't see anybody really competitive, like actually seriously using him.
yeah. He's kind of odd to use
Yeah,
because of the mobility that he has. He feels clunky, not
yeah,
clunky, but he's only got like that one little like push, right?
yeah. His
Kind of like a
grenade.
little trick.
Yeah,
Yeah. So stuff to think about. Illidan, again, I did see Dread talking about it on a video today
yeah.
actually, and he's like Illidan can like see all members of the enemy team when they're at 25% life. I'm like, that is so cool. Like that is awesome. He's gonna go for kills. He actually got some play in
Yeah,
Korea. which
Yeah.
was interesting.
But
So
but but yeah, but not with all these changes in him though.
no, and I think they'll make him a little better. So that'll
Yeah.
be pretty sweet. Gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
Um, what else we got? We have
There's new artwork for abilities.
yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah,
I like
that
it.
I
A little
do
more variety in the pictures and
I
everything.
I do like the new artwork. It's really good.
Yeah, like ETC, I noticed it immediately with all
Yeah.
of
Because a lot of them too, like they haven't the heroes that were out, originally, like since the
haven't been
alpha.
updated.
Yeah, they haven't updated it, so
It's all welcome changes.
it is.
But
Falstad's are really nice. Falstad's
yeah,
artwork is nice.
I mean, we have even bigger news besides just the characters. We have UI changes and everything.
Yeah,
Good stuff, man.
dude, death recaps,
Is awesome. I love that
so
feature.
good,
It's so needed.
so good. Except when you're like, all right, I was a bit too cocky there, and I died from
Yeah,
a
you're like, I
turret or
know,
something.
game. I know.
Yeah, I know what killed me. I don't need
Yeah.
you to remind me here.
So we got that. We got bans in Hero League, which I haven't played Hero League since bans came out.
Me neither.
So I mean, probably tomorrow I'll get in a bunch of games in Hero League. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I got that fear of losing rank, but you kind of just gotta go for it. So I'm gonna get on that soon.
But
And
people are still complaining about it.
yeah, but honestly, I like bans better than no bans.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care if I'm giving the bans as long as they don't ban a character that I'm hovering over, which would be ridiculous.
And what is it?
Because that's the whole point.
The highest MMR on your team gets the ban, right?
Yeah, it should
Yeah.
be the highest MMR on your team, I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm totally fine with that. I'm gonna, I actually communicate in the room, which is something that I should be encouraged.
Yeah.
It
I agree.
must be, because, I mean, you get in the room, you gotta talk. You gotta
Yeah.
be like, hey, team, I can play, I play a support pretty well. Like, I'm a tank player. I can flex. Like, I can play whatever we need to play. Whatever,
Yeah.
because no one likes to play supports that much. And I don't. I personally am an awful support player. Like, it's not because I don't necessarily want to be, like, good at it. I'm just not good at it. I'm bad at watching people's health bars. That's why I don't heal in WoW. Like, I tried.
Yeah.
I'm so focused
I
on
know.
myself and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I should probably get better at that. I want to learn like one or two supports just so I can have them.
Yeah. Have them in your bag.
But I'm just not very good at them. I'm gonna keep working on it. But I'm a lot better at assassins and tank.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, like way better. Especially, I love bruisers. Bruisers are my favorite. I was playing like
Good bruising.
second tank Diablo and Sonya, and I mean like melee assassins are fun. I like Thrall. Zeratul was fun to play for a bit. My poke isn't so good because I'm used to just being that charge in kind of guy, but I'm getting a little better. Yeah, so we got bans, we got faster AFK kick timers in the beginning of games, which is awesome. I did experience that a little bit in quick match. I was like, thank God.
Yeah. That
You
actually
can't
happened.
AFK for like 2 minutes at the start of the game. You
Yeah.
only have like 30 seconds or
I
something before it starts to
I
ready to
think I
kill
was
you.
texting you,
Yep.
and then the thing came up. It was like, "Oh, you have to move or you'll get kicked." I was like, "Oh, well,
Yeah, it
that
did
was
that to me
short."
in an AI
Yeah,
game today because I was watching the World Championships and I was like, oh, cool, done.
yeah,
I can do that. No big deal. So yeah, those are the big things. The Garden Terror got the weirdest buff, nerf,
yeah,
whatever you want to call it. I don't like it at all,
yeah.
actually. That the plant doesn't damage minions. It's weird, weird, weird,
Yeah.
weird, weird. But it has a little more health, lives alive for a little longer, so it's different. I don't like it, but it's okay.
I mean,
Just
when I'm in the
yeah,
terror, I'm just going straight for constructs. I'm just
yeah.
throwing down the plant. I don't care about anything else.
Yep, and Blizz wanted you to stop having to do the lane dance to be good at the terror, which is fine.
Yeah,
I mean, I had no problem with it. It's whatever. That's just kind of how it was played. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna do what I need to do. Where you just drop the plant, take out a wall,
yeah,
move down, drop plant, take out a wall, and just like progress your whole team. Yeah, so that was different. I don't mind it. Whatever, little changes here and there for tons of other characters. We could go on forever.
yeah.
So let's get into the World Championship.
Ooh,
Start off with that.
sadness.
So coming into this, who did we say we think was gonna do well? I don't think we ever talked about it actually. I think we talked about pre-America
Yeah, we didn't because
or EU.
yeah, we didn't record going up to it, so no, we didn't. I mean, obviously, I thought Cloud9 was going to be in the finals. I thought Naventic was going to at least make top four. Same thing with
Yeah,
Dignitas. My Insanity, I really didn't think they were going to make top four, and they didn't. But I really thought Dignitas, Naventic, and obviously Cloud9 were going to. So that was for a
shock.
fan, yeah, it was shock and disappointment. I'm sure for them was, a bag
Devastating.
of
Yeah,
emotions.
yeah.
Um,
I feel the same way.
is
I personally thought I thought Cloud9 would do well. I thought they'd probably place top four. I didn't think they were gonna win just because of how strong the Chinese teams and the Korean teams
Koreans
were. Like
ridiculous.
honestly, like after Cloud9, did Cloud9 beat DK or did Dignitas beat DK at the
They
World
were,
BlizzCon?
at BlizzCon.
Uh, I think
I think Cloud9.
I don't
I
remember
don't
which one,
remember. Yeah,
but whoever did, I was like, okay, so this team can be beat. They were really good though. It was close games and everything.
but
So
remember also, well, first Team DK is no longer DK. Now they're
it's TNL.
TNL.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
But
But they're the number two team
yeah,
in
even
Korea.
then they were the number two team, but uh, MVP couldn't make it because of visa issues
Oh,
back
it
then.
all makes sense now.
MVP and E Star both had issues that they couldn't make it.
Some of the E-Star players played on Braveheart though. I looked it up,
Yeah,
which is cool. Yeah, that was incredibly surprising to me though how well those teams played, and they honestly it was great to watch. The games
and
were amazing. Every single game,
yeah, they were.
honestly.
Edward Gaming, like so first of all they beat Cloud9 the first game, and I was like, okay,
Yep.
that that kind of set the tone. And then I watched the rest of their games. Oh my god, so good. So
Yeah, I like
I
them
mean that
a lot.
that grand final, I honestly expected a better grand final. Like when it was
Yeah,
decided that it was MVP versus Edward, I was like, all right, this will probably go to game five, and MVP just
I was
swept it in
thinking four
three.
games.
Yeah.
I thought MVP was gonna win it with how they
I
played the
knew
tournament. I thought they were gonna win
yeah, I
4-1.
knew MVP was gonna win it, but I thought Edward was gonna put up a
I thought they were
lot
gonna
more
take
of
a
a
game.
fight. Yeah,
Um,
but
yeah,
I mean, also just not having any North American or European team in the top four was just
brutal.
yeah,
Honestly,
it
brutal.
was. And the game, uh, so when Cloud9 was in the losers bracket and they had to play My Insanity,
Yeah.
and when they dropped a game to My Insanity, who in my opinion is a lot weaker, like yeah, they have been playing well, but I think that they're really weak compared to Cloud9.
Hmm.
And when they took a game from them, I was like, all right, well, again, this just isn't boding well. Same thing with Naventic. They were just dropping games that they shouldn't have been dropping. But
Yeah. So it was like we look at the brackets here, and it's like they had a kind of a neat setup. It was like Group
yeah,
One, which was like the lesser regions and the bottom team out of the main regions
yeah.
there. So we had Team No Limit, My Insanity, Big Gods, and GIA in a group. So I kind of had a feeling we were gonna see Team No Limit and My Insanity take that group. Like if we looked at Big Odds is such a lesser region, we don't really know how much competition they've played, and that's the South American team
Yeah,
or Latin America.
Latin America. Yeah.
Yeah, and then GIA, I saw them get stomped at BlizzCon, so I didn't. I honestly had no faith in them. I'm sorry.
Dude.
Yeah,
They
they got rocked at BlizzCon, and they got rocked here.
yeah.
Actually, so did Big Gods. Big Gods lost that 8-minute game.
8.5 minute game to TNL. I was like, oh,
Unreal.
okay, TNL. You just, granted, yeah, you just played, like
A
this team
lesser
that,
team, but
yeah,
still.
but wow, 8.5 minutes. That game finished, and that was game two. That game
Yeah.
was done, and Naventic versus who'd they play first? My Insanity? No,
No, they played either Negative Synergy or Renovatio.
Renovatio.
Yeah.
And when they were still in their draft phase, like the first game had just ended, going into draft phase for game two, and TNL is already done. Like
Yep.
it was ridiculous. They won both games really quick, but that 8.5 minute game, whew,
Unreal. Yeah, they rushed the core. It was so cool.
yeah,
Watching the replay, I was like, what?
yeah,
Yeah. So on the other side, we had Edward Gaming, Naventic, Negative Synergy, Renovatio. Again, had a feeling Edward Gaming and Naventic were going to take that, and they did. Um, and I think Naventic took a game off of Edward Gaming there, or no? No, they didn't. I
No.
think they looked awful, actually.
Yep.
Yeah. So then we get to the next set of group stages, and we have Ever Gaming, eStar, Cloud9, and My Insanity. And that was a tough. That's a tough group.
That is.
That's such a. I mean, I think that is honestly the best four team. That the best eight teams made it, like without a doubt.
Yeah.
But it's a bummer that Ever Gaming and eStar kind of rocked teams. Cloud9 was pulling out some weird strats too.
They were, and
Like, what are they doing sometimes? But hey,
but
that's the game,
but see,
man. Try stuff.
That's Cloud9 though, where they do that. And granted, they did win a game with a very unorthodox draft.
Yep.
Well, not unorthodox. They pulled out Murky on Towers of Doom,
Yeah, and it
and
worked.
was it K1 I think was on Murky, and he just kept suiciding. But
Trying to
that's what you got
remember.
to do as Cloud or as
That's
Murky
what Murphy does.
because what the team gets nothing from killing Murky.
Yeah.
They never found his egg, which he had right above the tunnel. You know, in the middle of
Oh.
the map, he had it right there. And even at some points, he had it on their side too.
Yep.
Never found, and
That's genius.
he'd suicide, which would just get his team some time. And then
Yep.
yeah, they won it. I think that was that against my insanity. I
What?
think so.
That
I
was.
think that was the game against my insanity. I can't remember.
Oh, was it? I'm totally confused. No, I thought this was Edward Gaming. Or did they get 2-0'd? Trying to remember.
No,
I'm
yeah, it was
trying to remember how they
2-1.
did it in the. Yeah, I thought it was 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah, but eStar was missing one of their top players there, their captain or whatever.
Yeah, he
So
has.
that definitely hurt them. Everyone was saying it too, which is
Well,
kind of
he was still there. He was their coach, but he couldn't play.
yeah,
Apparently, he
back
has.
issue.
Yeah, he has a spinal issue, and he can't sit for more than a couple hours, or he's in an extreme amount of pain.
Yeah,
So he was coaching this week, which I mean that sucks. Like
yeah,
this is your profession, and you have something, and it's not like you have a lot of pro gamers get like wrist injuries. Like this guy has
hmm
a back problem, which he has.
serious.
Yeah, that's serious. Like if you don't get that taken care of, you're done. Like for
Yeah,
your career in that is just done. You can't do it. So. But
yep.
yeah, that sucks. But I mean, eStar still did come to play even without
Yeah,
their
well,
best player.
absolutely. They gave it their all, and
Yeah,
they played good games. Edward Gaming honestly stepped up. That was
yeah,
the Edward Gaming eStar series was probably my favorite of the tournament. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I thought it was awesome.
it was really good.
It was just so competitive. And then we had what? Yeah.
Oh, nothing.
Oh, and then on the other side we had MVP Black and Team No Limit take out Dignitas and Aventic. MVP was just dominant the whole tournament. It's crazy
31-0 throughout this
on maps.
whole no
On
throughout qualifying to this
Mhm.
31-0.
They
That
didn't lose a single map.
nope, ridiculous.
Yeah, and then so we get to the semis. We have Ever Gaming versus Team No Limit, 2-1. Another awesome series.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, the best players came to play.
they did,
And
and
it bums me out it wasn't North America, but heck,
yeah,
those were some amazing
yeah.
games.
So it was all Korean Chinese top four, and where I kind of feel bad for Team No Limit because they still don't have a sponsor. So even after last year's BlizzCon, they still don't have a sponsor, and then
Wow.
they needed to prove themselves here, which I mean, in my opinion, they did.
I think they did.
But
I mean, they were
think
one
about the
game away from going to the finals.
yeah, but think about the Korean esports scene. It's not like here.
Well, yeah, but you got to think that they're the second best team in a region with some of the best teams.
They don't want second best.
No, they don't.
They want MVP Black to represent them.
Everyone does.
And yeah, and so, but like I said, like esports over there is so different compared to here, because
Yeah.
over there it's more of a legit um, profession. Like
Yeah.
you know, there's league players making $1 million.
Yeah, and they
It,
practice. I was actually going to
yeah,
get into that in a little bit.
yeah. All
Uh,
right, yeah. So we'll
yeah.
save that.
So then we had MVP Black taking out Edward Gaming in the finals, 3-0. The first game was super competitive, and it
It
all
was.
kind of hinged on one little tilt there.
Yeah,
And yeah, that was. I mean, I got up at 3 a.m. and watched that. So yeah,
I didn't watch that
it's
because
cool.
I
It's
fell
great.
asleep before maybe like a half hour before the grand finals.
Oh man.
And the night before, I was up till 5:30 watching, and then I checked my and I fell asleep, and then I checked my phone. It's like Cloud9 eliminated. It's like,
Yeah,
oh my
that
god.
hurt
Yeah.
when you sent me that text. I was like,
Yeah.
no. Yeah. So just a couple notes. We saw Leeming, Greymane, Thrall, Tassadar, Sonya, and Zool highly prioritized.
Yep.
Murden
hmm
by especially the other regions.
Yeah. They were all either
They
top bands or top picks.
yeah, which was cool. I kind of expected some of them, but the Tassadar was a little different. Uh,
Yep.
Murden getting that much play was kind of surprising to me too.
I still think Meridian's top is the best tank in the game.
I mean, he's really good. Actually, yeah, I could see why because he has a lot of skill shot. He's got
Yeah.
his stun. The dwarf toss is really helpful. He's got to
Yeah.
get like a ton of survivability. I didn't see Johanna played as much as I thought I would.
Yeah.
She was still played, but yeah, ETC
I saw.
got
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw a
quite
lot
a
of
bit of play.
ETC second. Yeah.
I didn't see any Diablo, although I might have missed
There were a couple Diablo
games,
plays.
but yeah, I didn't. I missed those games,
Yeah.
but yeah, I kind of expected to see him just a little bit more, just because of what he brings with all his stuns and the overpower in some team fights. But again, pro players, they'll do what they want, man. They
They know
set
they know more than us.
But what I was wicked surprised about was the Tyrael play.
I
There was
know.
they were
I,
all about that too. I think was it China?
yeah.
Yeah, it was China and Korea too.
hmm
Yeah, the Asian regions love Tyrael. Played a ton of Tyrael,
I don't get it.
which I don't
Also
get it.
the Chinese bush meta.
Yeah,
They
hide
all
all in one bush and just stop fighting.
every single one of them in one bush, and then just
Caught a lot of people off guard, especially
it did.
early game.
But it's funny because when they were playing in the Korean teams, they were just like, "Well, we're gonna do the same thing, or just know where you are," because they
Yeah,
do kind of the same thing, but they know them. They play them a lot more than NA or EU teams play them.
yeah. So I think that played into it. So
Yeah.
that brings me to my topic here. What makes Asia better? Like, what makes those regions better than us at esports in general, but heroes? Because we're obviously talking about heroes, and that led me to thinking like one thing that I noticed was how aggressive their rotations were and
hmm
finite.
Yeah.
Like you see a rotation from any of the Korean teams or the Chinese teams, and they were on point. They were
Yeah.
there. Everyone was committed. Everyone had an assignment, and they were there.
Yep.
Whereas I feel like with NA teams, they're a lot more passive, and so they're like poke. They're a lot more about the poke
Yeah.
rather
Then
than the hard
dive.
engage.
Yeah.
Which the Chinese teams, you saw it. Like they were just going for it
Yeah.
and they were getting it. They were going at the team fights so hard and so heavy, and they were so coordinated. Their synergy was unreal,
Yeah.
and like that was catching EU teams. I mean, that was catching Dignitas. That was catching like Cloud9.
Mind Sanity,
And I
all them.
think, I
Yeah.
mean, everyone like just so
I
hard off guard, which is. I like that style of play. It was exciting to watch. I mean, they were going at each other. It was not
absolutely.
like
Yeah.
one of those 20-minute games where it's like, yeah, we kind of poke this guy down here. We poke this guy down here. They catch someone out and they're in. They
Yeah.
don't just like like they don't just see him. They're on him.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't get caught out of position for
Yeah.
even a second.
They don't let you get away.
Yeah, you could be away from your team by like 10 meters, like literally like around the corner
Yeah.
from your team, and you get caught out, you're dead. You don't have a chance. They had two CCs lined up for you, and you're going down,
Yeah.
which
That,
you're gonna split a res. So
see,
that was wow. Yeah,
yeah. No, well, I think like what makes them so good. Also, like I don't know, their CCs also were just you never saw one CC on top of a CC and one get wasted. Like
yeah,
they were just on. They would just roll CC after CC and be like,
yeah.
yeah, you're done. You're not getting out of this.
Perfection.
But I think what makes it so different there is that it's I was gonna say it's actually a profession. I mean, it is here and in Europe, but and actually more so in Europe than here. But I think just NA is so behind in times, and especially in video games, because video games in general is just huge over there in like any Asian region. Like video games are just so huge there,
Yep.
and so I think because when did League become huge? Like I don't know, 8 years
A few
ago.
years ago, yeah.
Um, like when that became so big and it was like, okay, this is the prize pool for these kind of games, and not just that, obviously like Heroes, Hearthstone, WoW Arena, everything.
Yep.
When they saw like, okay, these are the prize pools, like this is a legitimate profession. I think it's more socially acceptable over there for a kid growing up, and especially because they're younger too. Because
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary where if you're so at my age, I'm 26. I'm too old to be a pro gamer over there in Korea or China. That's too old. You're what? You're 23,
One.
22, 21. Wow.
21.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a
I'm old.
baby.
I'm old.
I already knew that.
So you're already getting too old for
Yeah.
over there. So especially for younger people like 15, 16, it's more acceptable for them to say, "Hey, I want to be a professional gamer
Yep.
in this game," and their parents now also, especially more now, are more accepting to it than over here, where it's in North America. It's like you want to be a pro gamer? No, go to school and get a job. That's what parents are saying now.
Yep.
I think it's just the fact that we're just as a whole just behind the times
Yeah.
compared to them. And even in Europe too, like it's still more acceptable than it is here.
Yeah. So I did see a really, really interesting Reddit post about Cloud9 and like their performance at the World Championships.
Uh-huh.
And it was, really, really in-depth analysis on each player's play and stuff. And your boy Arthalan got kind of ripped apart here for, some of his play.
Can you link it? I haven't seen that.
I will link it to you after the show. I don't have it right
Oh, you don't have
here
it right up. Okay.
now. It's on my it's what's it called? It's on my phone.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I can't really link it to you right this second.
Yep.
Um, wow, someone's messaging in Twitch chat. Update on dying. I'm like, no thanks. That's really
Update what?
mean. So, I username on Twitch chat.
Uh,
I don't know why. I should probably get off Twitch chat. That was mean. I'm awesome. But shoot. So they were now analyzing the play, and we're just talking about the limited hero pool and how their drafts are not that they're necessarily one dimensional, but that they really shift off of like four characters that people are really really good at.
they do.
And I think they were saying about how K1 is pretty much all about the Falstad or the Vala, and he should really open up his hero pool to like a Li Ming, and they should work around other people playing support besides Arthalan as a dual support or like the kind of secondary,
Secondary
uh,
support.
or not even just secondary support, but more as a flex and just turn him into that kind of mid range melee assassin,
Hmm.
which is like his Thrall, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
So having one more characters like that where he's not kind of like flip flopping around to every different thing as a flex, so that it can focus more on a few heroes at a certain style. They're also talking about Dunk playing a super passive healer versus being more active like like Bakery is in a fight.
Hmm.
Like he's kind of more stay on the back line, heal, get out of the way of things.
Yeah.
Where Bakery is a little bit more in it with his team, like in the fight necessarily. I don't mean that Dunk is just like not there, but yeah. So that was really really interesting. So when you look at the Korean players, like MVP Black and actually the Chinese players, their hero pools were huge. They could play so many different heroes. I mean, they had one guy playing 10 different heroes in the tournament. Like
Yeah.
that's unheard of. Like a good player will have his four or five heroes that he's really solid at that he'd play in competition. But yeah, that was an insane number. But yeah, so that article I'll link it to you later. About Cloud9, really really in depth, really really cool. Just about what would make them a better team overall.
Spe-
So yep,
Touching on that though, where um, how you say like Korean, um, where their rotations were just so much stronger and everything, and their hero pool is also bigger and stronger. Like touching on Cloud9, they'd lose two games, and then with Dunk on Tassadar. So what do? Oh, let's play Tassadar again, or let's play solo Tyrande. They're not making the
yep,
adjustments that they needed to. They were just sticking with their safety picks instead of being like, okay, this is what we have to do. This is what we practice for. Let's play something else that they're is going to actually help us
Yeah,
win this game.
absolutely.
And that is just a huge difference between our teams and their teams. Where also Cloud9 is a bit safer. The Ventic is so aggressive. So aggressive.
Yeah,
And
there.
what some of them don't realize, though, maybe not realize that just they get into the game and whatever, is that there's a time and place to be aggressive and there's a time and place to be smart. And a
Yep.
lot of the times they weren't playing smart. And they even showed them, they had those cool pods, the player pods that they were playing on in the main stage.
Yep.
And the camera showed them during the draft, I forget who they were playing, and they're not yelling at each other, but getting pretty heated about the discussion of who to draft.
Yep.
Um, I don't know if that's just how they always are, or if it was because they,
Is
were
this
fighting
Niantic or
to stay
Cloud9?
in Naventic, or if
Niantic, we're just talking about how they do that.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that
I think they
also
were frustrated though.
they were,
I mean,
but
you can't be like in a tournament like that and then start losing games and like be totally level-headed. It's hard to do.
yeah,
Like people are gonna blow up, and that's just you gotta learn how to handle the pressure
yeah.
of that situation.
But then McIntyre tweeted that he said that he's most likely going to be switching back to melee, which I
I
think is
like.
more of his strong
I
point.
love his Sonya
His
play.
Sonya is unreal. His
It's
Sonya's
my favorite. It's
it's
my favorite Sonya.
God tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the one thing I did want to touch on was how Korea has the, what is it, Super League? And
Yes.
China has a Gold League.
Yeah.
So having these like season-long leagues that aren't just a weekend tournament,
Yeah.
I think really benefit these players. They're getting a lot more consistent play at a high level.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know people are scrimming in the U.S. and things, but this is like championship environment. You're playing for money. You're playing, you're playing for something. It's not as, I don't want to say small scale, but like they have these really big organized leagues, events, and they're
Yeah.
always getting consistently good play over and over and over again, even against new teams. The scene is there for
Yeah.
them, and I don't think it's as established here like they kind of need it to be to compete with a league like that. And also the funding for them. I mean, their houses they don't they're not just necessarily a bunch of guys living in a house playing a game. Like, getting paid to do that, yes, but
Yeah.
I mean, they're not taking care of like the league people are. I mean, they're not
Yeah.
getting meals prepared for them. They're not just having to worry about the game and playing all day on the game. Like this is, just part of their life. It's 6, 7, 8 hours of practice, whatever a day, which is a ton for us, but for, Korea and China, that's just like child's play.
Yeah. And like you said, like the funny that does help too with a team because when you're in a house, as far as I know, the only NA team that has a heroes team that has a house is Tempo. And Cloud9, they were the world champs. They're still a stronger team than Tempo. And to me, it just seems like the owner of Cloud9 kind of treats the Heroes team like whatever, back burner.
Well, yeah, you gotta wait for the scene to get a little bigger, so I can understand that.
I can, but at the same time, like, come on, they were the world champs. Yeah, they didn't play their strongest here, but I'm sure summer they're gonna be strong again. They still win everything here. And when you're in a house though, uh, that does help your play because you're together. Like you get to know your teammates even more than just talking on Skype
On a
or
video game,
yeah or
yeah.
Discord or just playing. Like you get to really know your teammates here and become friends with them. And that does help the synergy a lot more.
Yep.
So again, we're just behind the times here.
All right, so let's get quickly into, here's the dorm, wrap that up, talk about our brackets right now, and then we'll get out of here.
Well,
Yeah, so here's the dorm. In the semifinals, we have UT Arlington, which is also known as Dark Blaze,
Dark Blaze.
which is like a few members from Team Blaze, but Huge. Who else is on that team? There's one more.
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't remember. Shoot, I'm really messing this up right here. I don't remember, but a couple pro players on that team, and also Tennessee, which has got Rafflecopter.
He's the man.
Yeah, he is. His Falstad. I mean, I watched some of the games. His play was like I don't want to say winning his team games, but absolutely was putting in so much work for his team
Yeah.
across
Claudius
the board.
isn't he on? Yeah,
Claudius, yeah,
he's on.
Dark Blaze, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then on the other side, we got UConn and ASU, and ASU's last year's runner-up.
Hmm.
Big things out of them. I'm hoping UConn squeaks it out because I have them winning, and I'm a UConn fanboy, and they don't have any, poor pro players, former pro players. They're just a team, man. So I'm
That
really rooting for those guys.
that's out
We'll see.
for show that they shouldn't have been eliminated or disqualified last year.
I mean, I read the article about it, why they got disqualified. So it's they got disqualified because they had a kid basically have to drop out because he couldn't pay for school for the next semester. So he was playing so that he could get his tuition back, or he's like part time or something,
Yeah.
and so it didn't count. So that's a bummer, but like he was trying to do it for the right reasons, so I don't
Yeah.
really blame him.
Unlike Harvard this year,
Oh, the cheaters!
the
Yeah,
cheaters,
they got caught using a
a ringer.
unregistered six player. Yeah, well, they had one of their guys on a cruise, so for like spring break he was away.
It's Harvard. They were gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, so that happened. Yeah, so who do you see going to the finals now?
Well, my bracket is shot. I only have
I
you.
already knew that.
I only have UConn still in it, and I have UConn winning it still.
Perfect.
Um,
Go team.
but it's probably going to be a UT Arlington UConn final
Yeah, I'm hoping. I have UT Arlington, UConn in the final too. So,
because it's what UConn versus ASU.
yep. ASU's good though, man. They got Michael Udall.
Yeah,
I think they have like three or four of the members from last year back. So they're really experienced playing together. Then again, UConn is too. So I'm really interested to see what's up with that. And one last note here.
I'd like to see Rafflecopter beat his former pro team though.
Yeah, me too. That'd be awesome. I'd love to see Tennessee.
Yeah,
But I'm also hoping to get the Asmodunk bundle if I get top 500 brackets. And right now I am top 500 brackets. So I am really hoping that UConn squeaks this one out and UT Arlington does, and UConn wins. But we'll see what happens at the end of this. If I don't get it, I'm going to be a little bummed. But oh well, not the end of the world.
yeah. I'm currently 10,461.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I want to say 297
so
or
I've got a
something.
shot.
I have 940 points. So I'm doing really, 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 really well.
Yeah.
Um, So one last note about Heroes that I totally forgot to plug in here was this weekend for Heroes of the Dorm, April 8th through
Oh yeah.
11th, Blizzard is unlocking all heroes for everybody,
Hmm.
which is amazing. So they're just trying to they want you to get out, play the game, play with your friends, try new heroes, and that's a really cool event. I really, really like this event. I think it's such a neat thing for them to do to just allow you to just go off and play whoever you want to play for a weekend. I feel like quick match is going to be devastating, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, so on top of that, they're also giving you 50% experience, and that's all I got for Heroes news. I just wanted to plug that in at the end there. I just remembered, and that just got announced like 40 minutes before the show
Yeah.
from Blizzard.
Yeah. Like just now. Just
So
earlier.
with that, I think it's time to wrap
Um.
this up.
Oh well, hold on,
What
quick.
what else we got?
Currently, Ashley is winning the our bracket challenge.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, because we don't count, and you would win anyway.
Perfect. I'm
But yeah,
winning.
so yeah, that's it.
I'm a winner. So all right, let's get to the emails. Don't have any emails. Classic. So
Classic.
please email us at theweeklyblizz@gmail.com. We really appreciate it. Any kind of feedback on the show is extremely helpful, and we'd like to get whatever you want in the show into the show. Whatever you want out of us, we want to give it to you. And you can also leave us a voicemail at 805-666-BLIZZ, and that's 805-666-2549. Yeah, you can also call in your messages, which is pretty neat for us to hear. We
Yeah,
like that.
we will play them if you send them in.
Yep. So also you can leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. And again, those are super, super helpful. They get us to, the top of the list here if you're looking for, a gaming podcast. and so we get more listeners, which is super, super awesome. Please do that. We'd really appreciate it. So where can we find you at, Sean?
See, at Sean Mess on Twitters, Sean _ Mess on the Grams, SeanMess.com, twitch.tv/Gwoz, GHWOZZ. Shout outs to Senny, first of all, for letting me play Overwatch. Thank you so much. Thank you to my sister for pre-ordering Overwatch for me. And quick little plug for Chair League Season 2, Thunder Kitties still has room for players. So if you want to play Heroes of Storm, not competitively, but have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
Go to chairleague.com.
Get casted.
Yeah, you get casted. Go to chairleague.com. Make an account. You register with your Twitch account. Look for Thunder Kitties. Apply. Come play. Season 2 starts April 11th, and we were seeded into Division 2. So we're not the worst.
So we're not ranked 46.
We.
Yeah.
All right. How about you?
All right. So you can find me on Twitter at powerup_protein. And I'm going to give my shout out here to Unity on Eridar US for being a great raiding environment for the past, 8 months? Something like that. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Almost it's got to be getting close to a year, actually.
I think the summer would be a year.
The summer would be a year. So really appreciated all that I got out of the guild. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I can't wait to get back into it when I get a little more time. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/protein the am. So, yeah. I'm awesome.
You done with your shoutouts?
Yeah, I'm all done with my shoutouts.
All right, the Weekly Blizz is part of the Power Up Network. Currently, it's the only show, but we are in the talks already of setting up a new show on the Power Up Network. So stay tuned for more information on that. When we get it more hammered out, we will let you know. You can watch the VOD of the show on YouTube anytime by typing in the Weekly Blizz. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that it's easier to find us on YouTube, or watch us live. I want to say Tuesdays, but really I'm
kind of feeling Monday.
Yeah, we're thinking Mondays, probably around this time for the next few more weeks, because I also will be traveling back to Florida for 3 more weeks for work. So in a couple weeks after PAX East, actually. So so you could watch live on twitch.tv/PowerUpNetwork.
Perfect. You can follow us on Twitter at TheWeeklyBlizz. And again, if you'd like to contact us, you can email us at theweeklyblizz@gmail.com or leave a voicemail at 805-666-BLIZZ. That's 805-666-2549. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll try and, get a little more consistent with our times.
Yes.
Real life's been super busy, but we're going to get back onto it. We appreciate your support. So we'll see you guys later.
See you.
Bye.
You know, the world could always use more heroes.
Yeah! That was awesome!